Hello everyone, this is World Exposure. So just when you thought it could not get any worse with all these stories about the TSA, more and more stories just keep pouring in. Now there is a video captured by a news reporter. The sad thing is that the reporter is videotaping his own child being patted down by the TSA. You can hear her crying and screaming, "Don't touch me, don't touch me." You see, kids don't understand this kind of thing and should not be subject to it. Can't the TSA at least avoid touching the children? I just learned about this for the first time today, but did you know that the airports have the right to opt out of having the TSA and these ridiculous pat-downs and can go to having private screeners instead? You see, the law in 2001 demanded that airports have the TSA, but it also gave them the opportunity to opt out from using them after 2 years. Republican Representative John Mica, who will become the chairman of the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, is telling the airports that they still have that choice. So I guess people could call the airports that they fly in and out of the most and tell them to get rid of the TSA. Or even better yet, the airlines could contact the airports and tell them to opt out from having them, or they will no longer fly in and out of that airport. We have gone for a long time since 9/11 without having to be patted down or seen naked. So why should we start now? Is it because of things like the 2009 Northwest Christmas Day bomb attempt? That's the Department of Homeland Security's fault. You see, that terrorist's own father reported him to the American Embassy 6 months prior, and his name was on a federal database watch list, and the Department of Homeland Security knew about his links with terrorism for 2 years. He should have been stopped long before he went through the security checkpoint. Now Janet Napolitano is saying if there are adjustments we need to make to these procedures as we move forward, we have an open ear. But she also said if people want to travel by some other means, they have that right. Well, Janet, you see, not everyone can always travel by some other means, even if they wanted to. I mean, what if there's a family emergency for someone that needs to travel across the country by the end of the day? That's not going to happen by driving. I guess one adjustment you can make, Janet Napolitano, is to drop your unreasonable investigation on John Tyler and drop the $10,000 fine you have against him, or whatever it is you raised it to. Because in most cases, you should have stopped these terrorists long before they went through security. So the method that the TSA was using prior to the Christmas 2009 bomb plot was not the problem. But don't worry, Janet, just like every other time, it will be the innocent passengers that you are punishing that will be the ones to stop the terrorists if they get through security. The terrorists can screw up millions of times and still succeed in creating all kinds of chaos and restrictions. The Department of Homeland Security cannot screw up at all.